Hi everyone, it's Natalie from nellydesign.com. Lately I was telling you about the TikTok trend where people use images of their favorite anime character to paint on glass. In this last video, which is linked right here at the top, I took the same technique and made two fun projects using a Sharpie pencil. But if you really want to reproduce your favorite anime character from an image taken from the internet, well, for your personal use, of course, how can you do it? Today, I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to use the same technique of glass painting, but this time with vinyl. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to find an image on the internet. And of course, that will be for your personal use because you need to be thoughtful about the copyrights. So on that note, I'm going to be looking for Shikamaru. That's the fictional character of the Naruto series. That's the one my daughter wants. It's not because I know a lot about him, but so first when you look for an image, of course, you're going to click here and click on images, and you're going to have all the images. Now, the trick I want to show you is you can come here and go to tools, and you're going to select the size. So you can go either large or medium. Icon is probably going to be too small. So first look for large so you make sure that your image is high quality enough. The other thing you want to look for is something that has background that is really contrasting. So first, this is the image my daughter wanted first, and Cricut Design Space didn't like it at all because it was like too dark, too all of the same color. And you see, this one wouldn't be very great either because you don't have a well-defined outline, a well-defined pen line, the black line right here. So we ended up going with, I think it's a medium image. Let me go back to medium right here. And this is the image we went with. So when you come here, you look at the corner, you can see the size, 720. It's fairly big enough. I would say don't go under 500. The other thing, after importing this image, is that the background is the same color as the character. So I had trouble removing the background. You'll see later. So if you can, try to find an image that the background is very different from the character because these colors were too similar. So when you have decided on which image you want, it's pretty easy. The only thing you need to do is to right click on the image right here and go as save image as. Don't take save link as. You really need to take save image as and save it on your computer. So in Design Space, you're going to click upload. You're going to upload the image, and I'm going to go find it where it is. It's right here. So I'm going to open, and I'm going to choose complex. Now I'm choosing complex because it doesn't matter. I can change it right here. Instead of complex, complex is unmodified reduce color. If I wanted, I could reduce the colors right here and it would be equivalent as taking moderate or simple. So let's see what it does. You see, it really reduces the colors, the number of color you have. So in that case, this is not really what I'm going for, because even if I'm going very high in the number of colors, so you see that the black line that we want to keep, it's not really neat that way. So we're going to change the color tolerance instead. And let me zoom out so we see it a bit better. And I usually start really dramatically with a big number. So let's start by 100 and we'll see what it does. So you see the sky here will be fine. I'm scared when I come right here into the design. Probably, you see, that is too green. What it does, color tolerance, is that the higher number you take, the more they're going to take similar colors together. So let's say for the purpose of it, we're going to say that it takes 100 colors that are similars. So you see all these greens are like a similar color. The blue was something else. So if I click blue, said, well, there's only blue here. Fine. But green, there's green everywhere. So it takes all the colors. So we're going to need to reduce it. Let's try 50. And this is what I'm going to do. See, 50 is not bad for that place. And right here, it's too much. So we can always do undo. You see, when I click in the darkest colors, it's fine. It depends where. So we're going to be trying this, and the purpose and the ultimate goal is to remove the character from the background and remove everything inside, so I only have the black line left. For the background, what we're going to try to do is remove as much as possible the character from it. So like here, let me just undo, and we're going to go maybe to 15. If I click here, I don't want this because now you see it has removed the black line. This is not what I want. So maybe in parts like that, what I'm going to do is take the eraser and just remove it like that. Just simple and easy. And I don't need really to be very precise. I just need to remove him from the background so that when I hit preview, I have a complete shape like that. And then I'll be able to come back here, and probably 25 will be fine, and do the same thing for the inside. So when I hit preview, I have this nice line that is perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm telling you, this is not the easiest one I have done. I have done many of those, and choosing a background that is another color than your character is very easier. It's easier. So think about that when you choose your character, and you'll have less trouble than I have. But it's always a good thing to show you the artist one, and when you get to your project, it will be easier for you. Okay, so once you think you have done the most you can, and there's some still little parts that are next to your character, you just, like this, remove them from its background. You want to make sure you just click on this, and you see there's a little dot here. Once the character is removed from its background, you can just come and take the biggest eraser you have and just remove it like this, very fast and very efficient, since you know all of this is not necessary. So here we go. Let's hit preview. Let's see if there's something left. You see there's little dots right here. There's one here. So you can take preview and go closely and try to find if there's anything you don't like and you want to remove. And you see this is kind of a weird line that I don't really need. You can really correct it like that, whatever you want. And when you're done, you just hit continue. And then you're going to save it as a cut image, of course. So we click here and you click upload. Once it's uploaded, you're going to insert it. And the first thing to do, because I don't want to forget, is I'm going to flip it, because we need to paint on the background of the image. So I'm going to flip it horizontally. So I don't do it afterwards on the mat, because I know I'm going to forget. If I wait until I make it and I go mirror on the mat, I'm going to forget when I'm there. I get too excited to cut the image. So I prefer to do it right away. So that's the thing. And let's say that I forgot something and there's a little dot that is bugging me and I want to remove it, and I'm like, it's too late. You see there's a little dot here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on contour. And this is where you can correct your image if you found something that you don't like. You see there's a little one here that I can close. And if I go closely, there are more. Let's not go too fast. You see this little one right here that I can close too. So this is a way to correct your image if you found that there's something you did wrong. Now, I didn't really go precise right here. You can see that it's not very nice. If I was really making it, I would go slower and really make it better than this, but I just wanted to show you, and I don't want to take all of your time, so I went a little bit fast, but you can guess that you would need to make it very nicer than this. So let's click the X, and our little dot is gone, but we have inadvertently opened some things that are not supposed to be there. So let's go back and just click back on them. Which one is it again? That's the one. So we want them. We don't want this one. We don't want this one. I think that's it. Those aren't the only little dots. So, okay, we're back. Yay. So then what we need to do is to find the size we want to cut this image. So for myself, I'm going to cut it at a 7-inch high. And I'm going to be cutting it and placing it on craft plastic. So this craft plastic is 12 by 12. So I'm going to be able to cut the craft plastic right after. So we're ready to make it. Let's hit make it. And you see, this is here. I would make mirror, but for sure I forget all the time. So that's why I did flip it before. So let's continue. The machine's going to connect. So once it's connected, let's select vinyl. I'm going to go into popular. We have probably vinyl here or premium vinyl. There's vinyl. And if you browse all material, you can click on premium. Just try to find it. And premium vinyl is right here. So that's the Cricut premium vinyl. And we're ready to cut. Just to send it to your Cricut and cut. So what we'll need to do this project, we'll need a green mat, permanent vinyl, black. I also have this craft plastic that are 12 by 12. I won't be cutting it right away. You can all simply cut it with a utility knife, but I will wait till my vinyl is cut to make sure that I have the right size. And then, of course, you'll need transfer paper. So I just want to tell you that before making the cut, I did a test cut. This is how I do the test cut. I'll link to the video on how to do this right here at the top. And you can go check it out. It's very easy to do, but it's very, very useful if you don't want to waste all this nice vinyl because, you know, we don't want to lose vinyl. Can you see the design? What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the design to only what I need. So I heard a lot of people saying that you should weed directly on your Cricut mat. I don't know why they say that. I mean, I just can't do it. My sweater sticks on it, everything sticks on it. So I'd rather just come here and do the weeding. So let's do it. It should really come off that easy. If it doesn't, it might be because your cut setting is not enough deep. So I find that I'm losing the nose and the mouth right now, but if I go very slowly, I'm gonna find everything. I'm gonna be sure everything is there and everything that has to peel off will be peeling off. So when I started this project, I thought I was out of transfer paper, but I did find this one. And I thought, well, I'm gonna need to run to the store to get this project done. And I thought to myself, why run to the store? I keep all these pieces of transfer paper that I have, and I could have easily used many of them and just lay them on top of each other, one next to each other like this, and cover my design, and it would be perfect. So I thought I would share this with you guys because, you know, you don't need to have the perfect project with the perfect transfer paper. And that's what I want to tell you. Don't run to the store for nothing, especially right now. So this is another trick I want to show you, is to lay some parchment paper under your design. So when you apply your transfer paper, it's going to go over the design. So it won't stick on your mat. It won't stick on the parchment paper. to rub it very hard so we don't lose any pieces. Once we have rubbed hard everywhere, we're going to gently remove the backing. You see it's not sticky enough right here. I hope the camera is not shaking. I decided to put the camera on the side because of the reflection in the acrylic. You guys wouldn't have seen anything. So, trying to go gently so you don't have all this shaking. So we go like this and rub when it's not coming up. And we go gently until everything is transferred, and it might take a couple of minutes. But that's okay, it's worth it. So we apply the transfer paper and let it go a bit over the parchment paper. And that's how we're going to align on. Let's try not to let's put it that way. That's how we're gonna align onto this. And so of course I need to peel the div sheet. And that will allow us to move everything we want until we're satisfied and we're putting this little guy exactly where we want. So I'm going to try to put it on your side. So this is what I'm going to do. So you see, I hope you see, I'm aligning the line exactly on the edge of the acrylic. And I'm going to try to go, yeah, around that, around over there, that little margin. So once this is what I have, and I'm happy, I just rub hard on the the place that is actually sticking onto the plastic. And then gently lift the design and pull the parchment paper off. Then let's make sure there's no dust there. So you'll need to use your scraper and gently apply the design gradually from bottom to top onto the plastic by rubbing and making sure there's no bubble. So it's easy but complex at the same time. And then we need to rub again, and I might cut the video if it's shaking too much. Little trick to remove your transfer paper: don't pull on it like this. It will probably get to, it would probably make the vinyl come off with it. Just really pull like this on it. It's really better, and the vinyl will stay better on the glass if you have rubbed hard enough, of course. Next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go and cut right here for his hair, and right next to almost the same spacing from here to here. So this is why it's better not to cut it before you apply your vinyl, so it leaves you a little space so you can cut it the size you want. It's really easy to cut. It's just with a utility knife and a metal ruler. So now the fun thing to do when you want to paint the image is to print the actual image, so you can follow the colors and especially the shadows that you'll need to put on your painting. So what I do is that I upload the original image and I save it as a print and cut. So I'm going to insert the image. You can see it right here. It's print and cut. I need, of course, to flip it horizontally and put it at the same height as I did with my vinyl. That was 7-inch. So using the right click on my mouse, I'm gonna send it to back, And let's just see if it's the same thing and it fits. Yeah, it does. So that's perfect. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close the eye of this one, and now you're gonna notice something. It's telling me that there's a little warning right here. That's because you cannot print that large of an image. It's gonna tell you, if you click on it, it's gonna tell you that the image needs to be 6 3/4 by 9 1/4. So 6 3/4, I'm at 8 8/69, so that's too big. But even if I turn it on the other side, it's going to still be too big. So what I thought I could do, because I don't need the whole image, I'm going to click here and create a square, unlock it, and I'm going to go and put it to, let's see, a width of 6.25, since that's the largest I can print. And let's see what it covers. So you see it covers almost everything except the little here. But that's okay because there's no shadows right here. There's nothing really. It's just a continuing of the color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select both layers and I'm going to slice. So I'm going to be left with the image of that size, 6.25, and then the warning is gone and I'm able to do a print and cut of this image. So I'm going to make it. But I'm not going to cut it, I'm just going to go and print it. So I'm just going to do this first step, send it to my printer, and then I'm going to cancel, and I'm going to have my image that I can follow to paint. Actually, my daughter is going to have the image, and she will be able to follow and paint. So again, my daughter did the painting part. She really enjoys doing that. For all the tips and tricks on painting, even how to use glitters in your paint, I'll link to the other video at the end of this one. My daughter tells me she even prefers the vinyl technique to the Sharpie one. One reason is that the vinyl creates kind of a barrier for the paint, so you can even see it if you look closely at the back. In addition, vinyl would allow us to use real glass if we wanted to. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and come and show me what you did on my Facebook group, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye!